have a trauma tip for you. The kids in your class, whether they are exposed to short-term or long-term adversity, have a much lower threshold and capacity in their brains for anything that might be overstimulating or overwhelming for them. Now, the other thing about your body is that it is constantly seeking rhythmic regulation. In the past, I have shown you several tools that I keep on hand to help them understand their own regulation. And it all comes back to generally being able to put your body into a rhythmic flow. So the other day in the lunchroom, I was asked to help with a little boy who was completely sensory overloaded. It was loud, there was too much movement of his classmates around him, and all of a sudden, his teacher looks over at him, he is slumped over, and he is just sobbing. So I walked over to him, and I could tell by the way that his body was all tensed up, he was hunched over, he was crying, and he was borderline unresponsive because he was so overwhelmed. I said, "Do you need to sit somewhere quiet?" And he just shook his head. So in that case, this is one of my favorite things to teach kids to do when they feel like they're in a sensory overload, but they cannot escape the noise. I told him to take a deep breath, put his thumbs over his ears, press, and then start tapping his head in a rhythmic fashion. When you do that, you're able to block out the sounds around you and find the rhythm of your body all over again. Try it out the next time you feel overwhelmed and you don't have access to a quiet space. It's all about finding your rhythm.